How strong is terrible tornado Tatsumaki? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. And to my surprise, I actually seen that not a lot of people have made a video, completely solely talking about Tatsumaki's overall strength. So I decided, why not be the pioneer of, scaling Tatsumaki's strength and make a video on how strong she actually is currently in the manga. But of course, before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because I post a lot of content on the channel, including One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, Record of Ragnarok, Jujutsu Kaisen, and of course maybe more series in the future. But for now, those are the series I'm going to be covering on the channel. But apart from that, let's just get into the damn video. Now, first of all, when we're talking about Tatsumaki's overall strength currently in the manga, I definitely feel like we 100% have to talk about her fight against Psycho-Orochi. Now, her fight against Psycho-Orochi is definitely her biggest fight she's had so far in the series. To be honest, I feel like this is the only big fight she's had in the series currently. I feel like before the Monster Association, we didn't really have any, opponent worthy enough to actually face against Tatsumaki. And surprisingly enough, there's not a lot of, opponents in the series that can really challenge Tatsumaki to the extent that Psycho-Orochi did in their fight, a few chapters ago in the manga, a few months ago in the manga. Now, of course, when we're talking about her strength, I feel like we need to actually go over some of her abilities, her physical abilities, etc. Now, of course, Tatsumaki has psychokinesis, meaning she can literally move anything with her mind. And of course, we've seen how powerful her psychokinesis is. She can use her psychokinesis in many different ways. She can use it by, telepathy. She can, connect with other people's mind, and communicate with the other heroes just through her mind alone. She can also, transport other people by using her, these bubbles, these barriers that she uses to transport heroes. As we've seen in, recently in the manga, we saw that she was able to evacuate all the S-class heroes from the Monster Association base before completely destroying it and completely lifting it up from the ground. Now, of course, we see that she also uses her psychokinesis when she's making a barrier around cities. I'm pretty sure that this is definitely one of the most impressive feats that we've seen so far in the series. For someone to, make an entire barrier around a whole city with that much ease is definitely nothing to scoff at. And when I saw Tatsumaki do this, I was like, that is at the very least a low above dragon level feat. And I feel like the fact that Tatsumaki was able to perform a low above dragon level feat with that much ease is pretty crazy. That just kind of confirms that at the very least, Tatsumaki is a low above dragon. Now, of course, this isn't her, her definitive strength. This isn't the conclusion I'm coming to. I'm just saying, at the very least, she is a low above dragon. Now, of course, obviously, Tatsumaki's psychokinesis is definitely her biggest, ability at her disposal, her most powerful ability at her disposal, you can say. But of course, Tatsumaki does have some impressive physical abilities. Now, for example, she's very fast. Considering that she obviously uses psychokinesis to enhance her speed, she's very, very fast. She's definitely one of the faster characters in the series. Definitely not the fastest. When it comes to the fastest characters, I would say it's like Flashy Flash, Garo, the ninja leader, Super Speeder Sound Sonic. Those are the proper fastest characters in the series. And I don't think Tatsumaki is up there in terms of speed with them, but in terms of power, she completely stomps all four of them. Now, of course, well, not all four of them, because Awakened Garo is most definitely stronger than Tatsumaki. But moving on, I feel like it's time we talk about some other physical abilities. Like, for example, her endurance is also pretty good. The fact that she was able to keep this barrier up against Psycho-Orochi whilst also, fighting her, Psycho-Orochi, in my opinion, is like a mid above dragon. And the fact that she was able to use a barrier that covers the entire city whilst also, evacuating the other heroes and fighting this mid above dragon monstrosity at the same time is very, very impressive. And her endurance is definitely one of the, best physical abilities she has. has. And I mean, also her stamina is really good. She's also very durable. All these things are probably one of Tatsumaki's, I guess, things that she can say she's one of the best at. And I mean, of course, there are other characters that I feel like have better endurance than her, like for example Darkshine. And you know, of course, our boy King has the best durability in the entire series. He's the strongest man on earth, and I mean, there's no one in the series that can really rival King in terms of raw power. The guy is a complete beast, and I mean, we've seen this time and time again. He was able to one-shot Elder Centipede in one freaking punch. He was able to scare off all the Black S's just by looking at them once. You know, King is a beast. Now, of course, back on topic, Tatsumaki is, of course, they're very good in terms of physical abilities. Now, when it comes to, I guess, her overall strength, I would say that she has definitely proven that she is an above dragon, most definitely. But I don't think that she is a god level threat. That's one thing I feel like people need to realize about Tatsumaki. Tatsumaki at the moment, in my opinion, just is not a god level threat. I feel like Tatsumaki at the moment is like a, you know, a mid to high above dragon. And I feel like that's kind of pushing it. I feel like she's more leaning towards, I guess, mid than high. I feel like she's somewhere in the middle of mid and high above dragon. I feel like high above dragon is kind of, I guess, Meteoric Boros level. Meteoric Boros is like a high above dragon / low god. I feel like Blast is also like a low god / high above dragon. I'm not too sure if Tatsumaki can really beat Blast, because Blast has been stated to be able to destroy all of the S-class heroes just by himself. So I feel like it's safe to say Tatsumaki is like, at the moment in the manga anyway, is like a mid to high above dragon. Now, in terms of proper scaling terms, I feel like Tatsumaki, it's pretty tough if I really think about it. I'm trying to come to a fair conclusion about Tatsumaki because I feel like she is pretty strong even outside of the One Punch Man verse. I mean, she is like, I guess, a high 6A or a 5C. Now, a high 6A is multi-continental level and 5C is moon level. And I mean, Tatsumaki has shown that she's able to defeat a character like Psycho-Orochi. He was able to sever off a continent with one attack. So of course that, I guess, by proxy just means that she is at the very least multi-continental. Now, of course, if we assume that, you know, Tatsumaki didn't need to, you know, use the barrier or save the S-class heroes from the Monster Association, you know, hideout, then I guess we can say that she could probably use power that could probably destroy the moon, which makes her moon level. Of course, this is just assumptions, but I feel like it's a pretty fair assumption to make, since she was kind of, you know, she was kind of having to juggle many different things at once whilst facing a pretty strong opponent. But apart from that, that's pretty much it for this video, to be honest. I feel like that's a pretty fair conclusion to come to about Tatsumaki. And of course, if you agree with me, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And apart from that, I will see you in my next video.